Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at a pistol I've had for a little while. You may have seen it in some of my other videos, my EDC video, and I have a friend shooting it for the first time. Well, at least for his first time shooting, he shot this and a couple other different guns. So I thought it'd be about time to break out a review, overview, whatever you want to call it. Again, as always, this is more of a show and tell. Kind of shows off the gun a little bit in case you're interested in buying it. So let's crack it open. As you can see, it's a Kel-Tec, and this is the P11. Put that aside, and we're going to just check it for safety. Magazine out. Take a look down there. There's nothing in there. Spring's tight on this one. Alright, nothing in there. This is a great gun for self-defense, especially if you want to carry something that's relatively light and will give you a caliber that I would say would be the bottom line of what I would pick. I mean, 380, it's debatable. It's basically just a shorter version of the 9mm. It's just a little bit shorter with a little bit less powder. But it's debatable. I'd say I'd probably want to go 9mm, but if someone had an awesome deal on a 380, I might buy it. It just depends. So anyways, this is a nice thin option. It's not as thin as what you might find out there, but it's pretty close. The Kel-Tec P11 is thinner than this. It's about a quarter of an inch thinner, and this is an inch thick, so not real bad. I mean, you're talking about that much thicker than the PF9, but I'd rather have the double stack magazine with the 10 round versus the thinness. I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. It's just up to you. You want it more rounds, thicker gun, or do you want less rounds and a thinner gun? It's how they all are. That's what you got to sacrifice. Right now I've got some, as you can see, I've got some hollow points in there. These are the Magtech Guardian Golds. Like I said in my other video, I still haven't gotten rid of them yet, but they're going to go bye-bye because I've heard they're junk. But, enough said on that. Its appearance is going to be somewhere in the middle. It's not the best, but it's not the worst I've seen. It's just a plain and simple gun. Kind of give you just kind of a look over it. Mine, the sights are good. Mine that came back from Kel-Tec like that, where the dot was missing. I did have to send this in to have the trigger spring repaired. Not a big issue. It was very quick, very easy. Kel-Tec, the process was about, I give or take 2 weeks or more. So not a big issue. So not much about it. The trigger pull is what people complain about the most. In a defense purpose, that's your safety. That's your one and only safety versus, the hammer block in there. If you drop the gun, it will not go off. That's fine. A lot of people prefer that. They don't want any external safeties on their gun to throw them off while they're drawing it out of their holster, which, I've gotten kind of used to. But it takes some getting used to. That trigger pull, you just got to get used to it. You got to basically stage the trigger. I got my thumb here to cover up the serial number, but you got to basically stage it about that point and then keep continuously pulling it, and then your shots will be a lot more accurate. If you practice with that, you can get better at shooting with it. It's not designed to be a range gun, but when you practice, you got to get used to that, and then for fun, that's fine. It breaks down real easily, I should say. Basically, all you do, this is one-handed and hard, is you just put a spent casing or any kind of 9mm. You can use a round snap cap, whatever, something flat that will pull that pin out. There, I just had a little trouble because it was just off camera, but I suggest using something plastic if you can, because as you can see, I kind of scratch it up, over the time. That's not a big issue, but just release the slide, and there you go. It takes apart, just like any other semi-automatic pistol. And putting it back together is the same way. Put the pin in. Sometimes you got to finagle the barrel a little bit. And there you are. So that's about it. That's just a look at the Kel-Tec P11. It's got a holster for it. Fits real nice. I see Walmart now is carrying these Black Hawk holsters, which is really cool. It's always nice to find a place that's got holsters that won't break the bank, and it's got a decent variety. I got another sporting goods store where they have almost nothing but hip holsters, which I don't know. I just like to have variety, So, and the fact that this holds my Ruger LCR, that's pretty cool as well. So this is going to be mainly for this gun. So, alright, of course, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If I missed anything, let me know. And you have a good day. Take care.